Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 15th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is subscribe and you will catch me live. But Capricorn, this looks very good already. So let's see. I definitely feel that you have been stuck in the past. I mean, this comes up in pretty much every single reading that I've done for you, but it's coming up in the past position. So, you know, that's probably a good thing. And the future looks beautiful. You have the Fates card up here. You have the Empress and the Four Wands. Very, very positive. So definitely kind of like, I wouldn't say things are perfect. We'll take this as well. Why not? I wouldn't say things are perfect here, but I feel like things are definitely getting better for you. We're going to talk about that at the end. You start off with this dragonfly spirit. It says truth transcends illusion on this card. This card is about kind of like looking at things as they actually are. You know, it's a card of like dragonfly wings are almost like a stained glass window. So it's about like needing to see things without blinders on, needing to see things without trying to cover your eyes, basically. So I feel like this is something that you've had to face in the past. I feel like that you have just faced a lot of truths. In this first row, you have the Eight of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords as well. So definitely a lot of challenges in this row, definitely a lot of difficulties as well. Eight of Swords being it's a card of self-imposed restriction. It is also a card that says that your emotions could be keeping you stuck as well. She is standing in this tiny little puddle here, so it does say that she could be keeping herself stuck. You also have the Nine of Swords as well. The Nine of Swords is a card of kind of like nightmares, waking up from a nightmare, but still being in a nightmare. This person is awake, but they're still in a nightmare when they wake up. So it's kind of like a card of wanting to escape maybe the dream that you are in, wanting to escape the nightmare that you have been in the past. I feel like this could be in any area of your life here, Capricorn, because you have everything here. It could be in your finances, it could be in love, it could have been in anything, but I definitely feel like some of you have experienced some sort of nightmare in the past. The good news is that you have these two cards wanted to kind of come out together. I wasn't going to take the second card, but then I was like, no, I should take it. You have the Wonders card and the Voyage card. I feel like these nightmares were pushing you onto some sort of voyage. And the Wonders card is about seeing something wonderful or kind of like having wonderful things starting to happen in your life. So I do feel like some of you are kind of like on a new journey, which is great. In this row here, you have the Ace of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Three of Swords. This tells me that things are not perfect still. You have that Three of Swords, which is still like sadness, and it can still be maybe being trapped by emotion. It is always raining on the Three of Swords. The rain kind of represents the emotions, or represents emotions in this situation. The Four of Cups is like a card of apathy, and it's a card of like trying to manifest something that you want in your life, but maybe not exactly seeing seeing certain things manifest. So it's like there might be things you want to manifest, but it's like you're not seeing them manifest in your life. The other thing is that the Four of Cups can say that maybe the timing just wasn't right, and that's kind of what I feel with your last row that we're going to talk about in a minute. But it's like maybe there are certain things that you desire, maybe there are certain things that you want, but it's like maybe these things just didn't show up in your life exactly how or when you wanted them to. This could be love, like maybe you were interested in a certain person, maybe it didn't work out. It could be a job as well. Maybe you have your eye or had your eye set on a certain job and things just didn't work out. That's what's popping into my head here with this middle row. In your final row, you have the Fates card here. Again, love this card. It says that everything is fated. Things are working out exactly as they should. I always say there's like some quote by the Buddha. I'm sure somebody will know exactly what I'm talking about here, Capricorn. But it's basically, it kind of goes like this. The quote basically says, if you only knew how perfect your life was, you would throw your head up at the sky and laugh. So if you only knew that everything was working out for you, you would probably laugh, is what I'd say here. In this row, you have the Two of Pentacles and the Empress and the Four of Wands. I feel like a lot of abundance coming in for you here. Even this Ace of Cups kind of popped out there while I was putting the deck away. So this card is a card of like, can represent a gift from the universe, or it can represent receiving some sort of gift as well. It can be a card of engagement as well. So some of you could be getting an engagement in the future if you're looking for love. You have the Four of Wands here, definitely could be marriage. For others, this could be like a finish line. Virgo had this same card here, and the Four Wands to me is like a finish line. It says you're wrapping something up, you're finishing something up. So in a lot of ways, I feel like you're kind of like finishing things up here, Capricorn, and you're reaching some sort of finish line with that Four of Wands. That Ace of Cups is... I feel like that's very important to this reading. It's funny that it popped out because it's like you have so many, well, I shouldn't say so many, but you have two cards here that represent like very strong emotional control, meaning like emotions could have been keeping you trapped in the past. But then you have positive emotions here. Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, being very happy. So I definitely love that for you, Capricorn. But Capricorn, let's clarify this with the Lenormand and let's see what we get for you. This is the Diviner card. I don't take this card out for some reason, but basically this card just represents me in the reading. It could represent you going and seeing psychics and things like that, but whatever. It's not a real Lenormand card. Between the Eight of Swords and this Ace of Wands, you have the Clouds. This card is called this is the King of Clubs in the playing card reading system, and so it can just represent confusion. I feel like some of you have maybe been confused as to why things haven't worked out in your life. I feel the very same way for Pisces as well. I feel like you in Pisces, but I mean, this is your reading, so we should be talking about you. Like, I feel like for a lot of you, it's like maybe you've wanted to start a job or a business, and it's like maybe you see other people doing the same thing that you do, and it's like they're successful, but you're not. And like I said, I feel the same thing for you in Pisces. So I feel like there's some confusion as to like why things have to work out a certain way in your life, and like, it almost seems unfair is the best word I could use. Next, between the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, you have the Eight of Hearts. Love it. This card is called the Moon, but it's not like the moon in the tarot. This is like a card of needing to manifest some sort of dream you have in reality. Four Cups. Four Cups is a card of manifestation. He is manifesting those options, all those cups in front of him. The Eight of Hearts says you need to ground something in reality. You need to bring it down to earth to be successful. It's also a gift from the universe. Next, between the Nine of Swords here and the Three of Swords, you have the Six of Diamonds. Love it. This is the called the Clover, and it represents a lot of luck. So this could actually represent going through some difficulty, being very lucky for you. The Nine of Swords can represent a blessing in disguise as well. It can represent going through some difficulty or challenge, but in the future, seeing why this was a blessing, or seeing why something you had to go through was actually a good thing. Next, between the Ace of Wands and this Two of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Spades. This is called the Garden. This card represents a harvest, and I just feel Ace of Wands to me can represent abundance as well. So I feel like there's a lot of abundance coming in for you. This Two of Pentacles, there are some meanings that are like little known meanings. The Two of Pentacles can represent like a settlement. It can represent like insurance payouts, stimulus checks, things like that. So there definitely could be abundance coming in there. Next, between the Four of Hearts and this Empress, you have the Queen of Diamonds. This card is called the Crossroads, and it just represents picking the new path. So the Queen of Diamonds says that there is some sort of path that you need to pick in your life. This card just says pick the new path, start the new journey. Next, between the Three of Swords and the Four of Wands here, you have the Jack of Diamonds. This card is called the Scythe, and it represents cutting something out. Some of you definitely could have gone through a divorce or a separation with this Three of Swords. This card can represent losing a relationship. But again, I feel like there's new love in the future. So in the future, in this top row here, you have the Six of Hearts in your future position. Six of Hearts, I love it, amazing. This card is called the Star, and it just represents like a turnaround or good luck coming into your life. So very positive. In this middle row here, you have the Seven of Hearts. Yes, love it. Virgo had the same card. This is a card of like building a family, or building a new deep relationship. So if you're looking for love or to build a relationship, definitely could be love in this middle row. This could also just represent kind of like going back to your roots. And this comes up a lot for you, Capricorn. Since I've been reading for you daily, I remember back to when I started reading daily for all signs, and you used to get the Death card a lot. And I used to say, like, I felt like you were maybe resurrecting something from the past. It's like the feeling I was getting is that you maybe had an old idea that you're bringing back to life. And finally, in this bottom row here, you have the Eight of Clubs. This card is called the Mountain. It just kind of represents taking the road less traveled. Really, the feeling I get in this bottom row with that Eight of Clubs is it's like maybe you're doing something where you don't know all the details, or just maybe you're doing something that you've never done before. So that's where the worries could be coming in. It's like maybe you don't have all the details or you don't know what to do, but I would do it anyway here, Capricorn. This looks very positive. Definitely a lot of good stuff for you this week. So thank you for watching, Capricorn, and definitely enjoy your week.